Hey YouTube, it's Emma10 here, and this is going to be my video in the start of the fight against YuGiOh bullying, sexism, attitude problem. This isn't a how-to video or anything. This is just some advice I kind of picked up from over the years when I was bullied in high school and everything. I mean, I'm pretty sure at some point in their lives everybody's gone through a bout of bullying, whether it be in high school or in the game we love right now, or at work, or just anywhere really. So I'm just going to give you like sort of some stories about bullying I've experienced and what I did to get around it, and how it could probably be applied to the problems in YuGiOh and everything as well. So I hope you guys enjoy. Okay then. How to start with this? I think I'll start off with just telling a backstory of one bully I had in high school. Now, it's kind of weird because this kid was actually younger than me in high school. Now, as I said before in a previous video, I was a quiet one in high school. You know, if I got bullied, sometimes I would tell the teacher immediately if it was really nasty. Other times, you know, it was just these annoying little comments that kept building up until finally I told somebody about it and it gets sorted and everything. And I was a bit of a teacher's pet back then as well. And I was mainly targeted in high school, and that because I was different from the kids in that of career choice. I was really into Egyptology and archaeology. I mean, I've achieved a foundation degree in archaeology, which I'm really proud of, but for a lot of the kids that I knew back then, they were quite content, most of them were quite content in getting medical grades really. They were happy just to be a childminder, a beauty therapist, gym teacher, things like that. I mean, that's entirely their choice. I was just different because I wanted to aim higher, if you see what I mean. And a lot of the bullies I did encounter were actually a lot younger than me. You know, they were in like first or second year, which is kind of surprising, but at the same time it's not, because younger years, when they do go into bullying, you know, they're safe in the knowledge that you can't really do anything against them, because nowadays, you know, you can get charged for it if they complain. But there was one little kid especially who took every opportunity to act, you know, tough and cool in front of me. This was like in my last year at high school before I moved here to Broxburn. You know, I was he'd call me names that were quite hurtful sometimes. He tried to trip me up a couple of times. You know, whenever I held my Egyptology club, he'd come in and try and disrupt it. You name it, he tried to do it. And I kept telling the teachers, he kept getting told off, but he kept getting told off in detention, but it never stopped him. And he was slightly taller than me. I mean, I'm quite small in my height. I'm only about 5 foot, so I'm actually pretty small for my age. But he was like a good head taller than me or something. But it finally came to a boil when one day I was walking with my friend. My friend was a head taller than me as well. My friend Laura. We were heading up to the high street to get something to eat because we were in a study period and it was just about lunchtime. He somehow got out early. He deliberately threw his heavy school bag towards us. It just missed me. And then he came and went, "Oh, I'm so sorry," you know, in a real mocking tone. I don't know what happened. Wham! Yeah, I turned around and I whacked this guy. I hit him so hard I sent him flying. And this was a boy who was taller than me and heavier than me. So, yeah, I sent him flying. And he looked at me in a state of shock. And I basically, not too politely, told him to go away and to never bother me again. And after that, he never did. Now, as I said, I don't know what made me do it, but I guess it was just all the frustration of his bullying building up to a point, and I just had enough. And some people are like that in the game of YuGiOh as well. You know, bullying gets too much and then wham, their temper snaps and they go absolutely mad. But even so, I felt guilty for actually going that way, but at the same time really happy that I stood up for myself, you know, because back then I didn't have a lot of confidence. Hell, even what, a year and a half ago, before my channel really started to take off, I would never have dared put up things about these kind of rant videos or my thoughts and opinions videos about these kind of sensitive topics, because I'd be too scared of the reactions. But I know you guys, you know, support me and everything in a lot of these arguments nowadays, and I'm really, really grateful for that, and that helps to give me confidence and everything. And you know, and as I said before I started doing these kind of videos, you know, any nasty comments really hurt me. But nowadays, you know, I just laugh it off. You know, sometimes they do hurt for a day, because even though I do expect it, I'm still not used to it. I've been quite sheltered for most of my life, really. And YuGiOh, the game, is probably one of the very few things where I have felt very comfortable in, very happy, and you know, I can be 100% myself without having to hide anything behind it, if you see what I mean. And people in the game today shouldn't have to be like that either. You know, you shouldn't be afraid of who you are or who you want to be in the world of YuGiOh. So all I can do is give you some advice I have learned over the past few years, and I really do hope it can help you guys as well. First thing is, whenever you do get a nasty comment or a nasty video against you, block, report, you know, dislike the video or whatever. That's what I would do. Block and report. That's all I can do. Ironically, on my YuGiOh Attitude video, there is a troll on there, and you guys have every permission to go and troll him if you wish. He left a video on there that I thought was a video response. It actually turned out him, with his face completely covered, demanding to see my breasts. Yeah, if you guys want to go and check that out, you can go ahead and you can troll the hell out of him if you want. You know, I really don't care. But it's sexist, people like that tend to cause a lot of grief for others. It's those tiny videos or tiny comments like that cause grief for others, which really astounds me, in honest truth. But nowadays I don't put up with it. You know, if I've got a problem with something, I'll say so. And that's what happened with the YuGiOh Attitudes video. I heard the story from Kimmy Boo YuGiOh. I saw what happened to my friend on Dual Network, and bam, it just boiled down, and I had to get that video done. Regardless if people didn't like it or not, it was something that needed to be done. So anyway, I'm getting a bit off track there. The first thing I would do is just block and report any way you can. Report the thumb profile, report the background image, report the video, flag it, you know, dislike it, and block the person. You know, that's all I can say. If it is really, really serious, note down the username and actually go to the main contact site and send and tell them exactly what that person has done to you. You know, that's all you can do on YouTube, unfortunately, is just block and report. But but outside YouTube, in the real world, you know, if you are getting bullied, tell somebody, tell the judge, tell your friends. You know, you can't keep quiet, or this problem's just going to escalate. I know it can be difficult. I mean, I've had confidence problems telling people as well. But trust me, the sooner you tell somebody about it, the better, because it will get sorted, and whoever's bullying you in the game you love will get kicked out. They'll get banned from the hall, banned from the tournament or whatever, you know. But if you're frightened that they're going to try and get you after a tournament or something, then make sure you go home with a big group of friends or something. Because I've never had anything like that happen to me, but I've had somebody threaten to egg me when I came off the bus in high school. So I went with some friends on another bus, and thankfully I avoided that. But as I said, I think that's pretty much all the advice I can give you, really, in honest truth. Is if it's on YouTube, just block and report. If it's outside YouTube, you know, in the real world, tell somebody about it. You know, whether it be a friend, a parent, the judge, whoever, because it will help, trust me. I mean, I've been through it myself. You know, I've been through bullying. It's not pleasant. But if you see bullying happening, whether you're in the tournament hall or not, stand up for that person. Because, especially if it's a young one or a new player and they don't know everything, you know, stop it by any means necessary. You know, take that person under your wing, teach them, you know, comfort them, whatever, or go on their behalf to the judge or, you know, a parent or something and tell them what's going on. You know, because, you know, the amount of times I've seen that thing happen and I've gone and, you know, they may not appreciate it at first. I mean, I've been in a situation where I've told somebody was getting bullied and they didn't appreciate it, but once it got sorted, you know, they were very thankful for it. You know, don't be afraid to step in and stop something that you see as wrong. I think that seems to be what the problem is nowadays. People will see things happen and they don't do anything about it because they're afraid of getting rebuffed or targeted next. If you tell somebody, you know, and it gets stopped, then what's there to be afraid of being targeted by? You know, so I think that's all I can really tell you guys at the moment. You know, this is the beginning of the fight against the bullying and sexism and everything. I mean, you're probably thinking sexism isn't bullying, but it technically is. You know, it's against the female side of things, really. You know, like that troll that I told you about did. You know, he tried to bully me. I'm sorry, but you failed. Anyway, guys, I hope well, that's the end of the video, really. I hope you enjoyed that. I really hope this helps anybody who's having a problem with bullying, whether it's in YuGiOh or not, or even sexism and everything. I really hope this helps. You know, I've told you about my personal experiences and everything. So yeah, just pass this message around. You know, encourage people to watch it, you know, in any way you can. And I just really hope this helps you. You know, just if you want to send me a private message to talk about it or anything, you know, you're welcome to do so, and I'll do my best to help you as best I can. Okay? Because I can't stand this kind of thing, in honest truth. I've been through it. I didn't like it. I'm pretty sure nobody else likes it. So yeah, take care, guys. We'll see you later. Bye.